Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Gilded Tarot Royale by Chiro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. Where's the website? Hopefully I got that on there right. Alright, so they're Llewellyn products. This one is, there's the website llewellyn.com, and there's some other social media links. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle Cards, Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lizbeth. Website for this one is shewhoisart.com. I think there's a couple other ones back there. Feel free to freeze frame and check out whatever you're interested in. And I use dice. I use a 22-sided dice. For the major arcana, 22 I use a 0. For the fool, because there's 21. Yeah, you know. And I have a 14-sided dice for the minor arcana and a 4-sided dice to choose the element. They came from, is it Math Art Fun? MathArtFun.com. So if you're interested in any of that, that's where they came from. Alright. That being said, if you want a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and now on to your read. Hello, Pisces. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Pisces? They're a crazy cat, that's for sure. So, might hear some clanking because he's a little mischievous today. I don't expect he's going to jump into frame, but he could. He's done what he wanted before. Okay, got good energy coming in. I don't really see anything bad, which is good. But we have to get through it first to see. There's some really good cards here. I'll start off with this just to put out my disclaimer. The Lovers cards here, the Two of Cups are here. Doesn't have to mean romance. It does typically mean a very important relationship, a very deep relationship. This could be like best friend, a very close family member, very close friend. Doesn't even have to be best friend. It could be a very close friend, somebody you believe in, somebody you admire, somebody who you feel treats you well. That's what we seem to be dealing with. It seems like it's like right at the precipice, like it's starting to go to that next level. So it doesn't have to be a romance thing, but something is getting stronger. Could be somebody you already know and you're just getting that stronger connection with that person. It's somebody who's already around you, but the connection is getting stronger is what I'm getting. Because I'm getting the Ten of Cups in the history of this situation. Somebody who's already around you. That I feel like it's just the connection is getting stronger. Is it unexpected? That's a good question. And there goes the dice. Okay. Maybe I haven't really been sure about this person before. I didn't think we linked up that way. It's one of those things. Kind of like, I don't think you were on bad terms with this person because it's the Ten of Cups. But when it goes to this next level, it's kind of like I knew we got along, at least to a point. I just didn't expect it to go to this level. I feel like somebody's being really good to you. Somebody's maybe helping you out. A really good energy here. Somebody who's been thinking about you. And I feel like they just want to know more. It's almost like they want to figure out the mystery of Pisces. So somebody's coming a little bit closer. I feel like I'm redefining a relationship here. It doesn't have to be romantic again. Even though the Lovers is there, it's an important relationship. Kind of like, we weren't on bad terms. I don't think we were at all on bad terms. But I feel like we're becoming closer, or things are going to a different level. This could be, just to be fair, it is the Lovers. This could be somebody in your life, and now it is going into a romantic level. And I wasn't expecting it. I feel like I wasn't expecting that. Maybe you weren't even thinking of that. It's not like you're against it, but you just never... It just didn't seem like that was where this was going to go. And now it is. So it could go there. It could be like that. I feel like you're all right with it. I'm not offended by what's going on, but I'm kind of like, let's see if it keeps going this way. I feel like I'm not counting my eggs before they're, how do you say that? I'm not counting my chickens before they're hatched. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, well, we'll see. You seem to be very kind of like, it came in really fast. It's also kind of like, I don't feel like I have time to really think about it too much. It's more like, it's kind of here today. Again, I've been on good terms with this person. I just didn't expect it to go to this next level. It could be somebody helping you out, somebody who has the ability to help you out, and you just didn't expect it to go where it went. Could be that. It's going into a good direction. There's a lot of truth coming out with this too. And they're bringing you some information that you didn't know. But I feel like it's information that it wasn't even occurring to me to even look down that road. They're showing you possibilities, they're showing you information, they're sharing information with you. It's very like to the point information, but I don't think you have a problem with it at all. It's kind of like, well, if this is what you want, this is how you get it, that type of thing. And they're not only telling you how to do something, they're showing you in a way that you can attain it. And you're like, I can do that. I can totally do that. I just didn't realize it was that doable for me. It's almost like somebody's explaining to you how you can pay for a college course or something like that. And you can totally do this course. You're going to have to put the work in to do it. But you're like, I can totally do that. This is how I can make the financial part happen. This is how I can do that part. I know I can make that happen. It's like somebody's giving you information and they're telling you something. And again, just to be fair, it is the Lover's card. So if it's something with a romantic nature coming forward, they might be flat out telling you how long they've been thinking about you and what they think that the two of you together could do. It could be that, just to be fair. I don't want to completely negate out the romantic possibilities. For some of you, it's probably there. But I just don't want it to make it all about that, that's all. So it could be somebody just telling you exactly how they feel and what they're thinking and where things could go and what they're seeing from this situation. They're freeing you from like the past thoughts. They're freeing you from like thinking this only has this much potential. It's kind of thinking I can only go to the 3rd floor. That's as far as I have approval floor. I can only get to the 3rd floor, and it's a 100-floor building. But you're like, yeah, but I can only get to the 3rd floor. That's as far as I can go. And they're like, oh no, you can go to the 25th and possibly beyond. But by doing this, you can easily get to the 25th floor. And you're like, really? And they're telling you all the things that are up there. And this is on the 4th, this 5th, this is 6th. They're telling you everything on the floor up to the 25th. They're like, I've been to that floor, and this is what's there, and this is what you could do. And I feel like I'm absorbing it, and I'm even probably checking that out. It seems very good. I'm not upset about anything, and I wonder why I keep saying that. Because like, I feel like part of me is questioning it. Like, is this real? Like, is this really happening? I don't feel like I'm blown over. I feel like I'm more kind of like questioning it. Like, is this really happening? Like, is this really for me? I feel like I'm not against it. It's a positive moment, but I'm just taking it in stride, I think is the best way I can explain it. I'm just kind of like, all right, because it's coming in very fast. There's a lot of speed with this coming in. I do feel like there's like this residual worry. Kind of like, success is here, but is it really for me? Is it really for me? The Devil card shows up in the future. Like, I'm not fearing the devil, but I'm wondering, like, all right, if I do this, is this really something I can do? I feel like it's something more like that. Like, it's here, but is this really something I can do? Even though there's really nothing bad here. I'm not feeling anything bad, but I feel like I'm second-guessing myself, or I'm questioning, like, can I really do this? It's coming in so fast that it's like, I don't want it to be just a fantasy. And especially more mature Pisces energy, Pisces, people who connect to that energy, I feel like we get to that point, because I'm a Pisces, I had to say it sooner or later, you know it's coming. We get to that point where we start looking at things a little differently, kind of like, you know what, I don't want to just think about this and fantasize about this and nothing happens. can I really apply this to make it happen? It's not worth it if I'm just going to like have a good thought and just enjoy the fantasy, because it doesn't bring anything reality-wise into my life. How do I actually make it happen? Can I actually do that? And you got success here. You got success here, but the strength at which it comes in so fast, it's like, can I really make it happen? I feel like you're questioning it. You're questioning it. Okay. Whatever it is, it's not going to be done in 2 minutes. There's this support around you where it's going to take some time to make it really come together, but the strength is here to make it happen. It can happen. There's good cards here, but I know there's some type of like self-doubt or something creeping in with it. Fearing the Ten of Swords and the Death card. There's even another upgrade coming in after this. Like somebody is like cheering you on or helping you move forward, or somebody's like, you can do this. This can happen. This is your moment to really get what you want. This is the tricky part. Because there's 2 steps. There's the first thing where whatever happens, things take this upgrade that should happen any time now. After that, could anywhere from 2 days to 2 months, anywhere in between. After that, there's a second upgrade. And there's like this option to go even further, to like lock into something or possibly lock into something. That's the trick. What they're saying don't do is just take this as a quick moment and just roll with it in the moment. When the second time comes around, the second moment, like there's this first upgrade where I didn't realize this was an option. I didn't realize this was a possibility. That's the first one. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, this is the first time around. Anywhere from 2 days to 2 months after that, the second one comes in, where it's kind of like there's even bigger possibilities. You could go farther. You could do even more. Don't just take it and just run with it in the moment. It's ironic, but it says don't just run with it in the moment. Don't do that. What they're saying do with this situation to get what you want, to get that outcome that you want, find a way to block yourself into it. So, it's almost like, so, for example, if it was a college course, don't just go quickly into it and just go, okay, I'll go and I'll go check out the campus and I'll sign up to go see, to take a tour. That's the wrong way to go. What they're saying is like you already know what you need to do there. Sign up for the course and pay for it. Box yourself into where I've paid for it and now I have to do it. Does that make sense? They're saying box yourself in. Put yourself between the rock and the hard place so that you have to do it. Put that stress on yourself to make yourself do it. Don't give yourself options. Don't just roll with it in the minute. Don't just kind of like, I'll just kind of fly along with it and see where it goes. Don't do that. Block yourself in. It sounds ironic, but if you block yourself in, you will get that success, and that's what you want. Whatever this is, it's saying commit to something here where you have responsibilities, and you have to uphold these responsibilities. Block yourself in. I feel like when it comes forward, whatever it is, you'll know what that is. Because there'll be a little bit of like, do I really want to do that? Because if I do that, I have to do that. Like if I make this commitment, or if I pay this money, or if I make, I tell somebody I will do that, then I have to do that, or this person's going to really not think very well of me. So if I say I'm going to do that, I have to do that, or else they're going to think crap of me, and I don't want that. I think that's the best I feel like that's the best I can say with that. Because I feel like it's either, if you just kind of roll with it, and kind of like, well, I'll see where it goes, it just disappears. But if you box yourself in, yeah. The Tower card comes in with the Two of Pentacles. It's hard, it's weird, because there's a way, when that shows up, I feel like whenever it shows up for you, if this reading is hitting, you'll know what that is. It'll just make sense to you in the moment. Like, if I go that way, then I have to do it. If I go this way, I can just kind of float around and see what possibilities are here. Do the commitment thing. It'll get you what you want. It's a little unnerving in the moment. You might second guess yourself in the moment, but once you're a part of the groove, once you get used to it, it won't be a big deal, and then you'll get your success. Box yourself in. I wouldn't say this for every sign, but again, I'm a Pisces, so I'm saying this is a more mature Pisces energy that's really connecting to this, is what I'm really getting. And you're going to be like, I know myself. I know how these things work. I don't want to just live in a fantasy and then, there it goes. What was the point? I want this to happen. And I feel like when that moment comes in, this pivotal moment, you're going to be like, I want this to happen. okay, so I'm going to make this commitment. And here we go. And I'm going to get it. And you're going to know that you're going to get it because you're going to be like nervous about it. Like, oh boy, like that's a commitment. That's a commitment. Do I really want to do that? Go for it. You'll get what you want from the situation. The outcome, if you go the commitment route, a very strong bond, a strong bond that you won't let go of, that won't let go of you either, and many more possibilities here. Many more possibilities coming out of this. I want to center on this mostly. Because once you're bonded into it, once you make that commitment, you'll be fine. You'll go through, you'll honor your commitments. There's going to be even more possibilities that blossom from this. If you keep using this this method, would you call it a method? What would you call it? This way of life, to where you don't allow yourself to get into the fantasy too much. You make a decision in the moment. I'm either going to do it or I'm not. And if I'm going to do it, I got to make a fast commitment so that I make sure I stick with it. You'll have so much success, it'll kind of boggle your mind. That's the trick for this situation. Whatever this is going, whatever path this is going, that's the trick to keep it going and keep the success. You can keep the success for a very long time, but kind of when you get the moments, because there's going to be more possibilities to come in and it just keeps coming in, it's just being truthful with yourself if this hits with you. I mean, all Pisces are different, I know. But it's kind of like looking at it like, I've done this and I just let myself think about it, but I think about it to the point where nothing happens. I don't want to do that. Or I could just jump in and make a commitment, and just that way I have to see it through. And if you don't give yourself too much time to think about it, you just, boom, make that commitment, you'll keep having success. It'll just keep repeating and keep repeating. You just got to keep up that process, keep up that pattern. Keep committing. Give yourself maybe 2 seconds. Give yourself a very short time to commit. I know what I do sometimes is like if I get possibilities, I give myself a 2-day deadline, and I just know myself well enough. Within 2 days, I'll either say yes and do it, or if I haven't said yes within 2 days, it's more than likely not going to happen. And even sometimes I'll be that one where like in the moment, I'm like, I know I'm either going to do this or not. I'll sometimes make that decision in the moment. But I've learned that as a Pisces, kind of like I'm either committing to it and I have to box myself into it, so I have to do it. Or, I let myself think about it, and there's a higher chance that I'm just going to let it float away because I'm going to think about it to the point where it just never happens. So anything I really want, I push forward. If I don't really want it, I let it just disappear. Anything else? All right. I feel like that was good. Hopefully you like it too. I'm going to shut this down here. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.